516 Canadians were murdered last year. Today, for the first time, we're getting a snapshot of how those homicide numbers compare for Indigenous Canadians. According to Stats Canada, Aboriginal people make up 5% of our total population, but 23% of the homicide victims. Another unsettling fact, the actual homicide rate was more than 6 times higher for Aboriginal people than non-Aboriginal. Cameron McIntosh is in Winnipeg tonight with more on what the numbers mean. Cameron.
Peter, at first glance, the numbers are jarring, but for the Aboriginal community, it's statistical confirmation of what they've long been saying. Those who knew him say it was senseless. Marcus Blacksmith, a friend, a son, a firefighter.
This is his jacket.
And Dana Monroe's boyfriend, allegedly stabbed by a distant relative.
My future with him was stolen. Yeah. It still feels like that.
One of 117 Aboriginal homicide victims last year. To Monroe, so much more than just a number.
It's hard to even talk about it because it's not normal. It shouldn't happen.
According to Stats Canada, not only are Aboriginal people more likely to be victims of homicide, they're 10 times more likely to be accused of it.
Quantifying what we already suspected.
Leslie Spillett is an expert on Aboriginal justice, who points to poverty, marginalization, and the legacy of residential schools as root causes.
People internalize a lot of the pain that's been intergenerationally passed down and continue to perpetrate and continue to repeat those cycles.
In Manitoba, it's at its worst. 66% of homicide victims are Aboriginal. Police agree social conditions are a big factor.
I think we're seeing some of the residual effects of that.
While the numbers are high, sociologists say they mirror typical trends. In 87% of cases, victims knew their killers. And while much of the focus is on violence against Aboriginal women, the stats show it was men most often victimized.
Males are far more highly involved in crime of all kinds, particularly violent crime, and men have been the victims.
As the new Liberal government promises an inquiry into murdered and missing Aboriginal women, Monroe would like to see the scope include men.
It should be equal, like everything, like it should be the same.
And she's not the only one making that suggestion. The new Indigenous Affairs Minister wasn't available for comment today, but has said in the past that she's open to looking into violence against men as the terms for a national inquiry are set over the next few months. Peter?
All right, Cameron, thanks very much.